Johnny Depp's life story is a labyrinth of reinvention, heartbreak, artistic rebellion, and global superstardom. Born John Christopher Depp II on June 9, 1963, in Owensboro, Kentucky, he was the youngest of 4 children. His father, a civil light engineer, and his mother, a waitress, had a turbulent relationship, and the family moved frequently, eventually settling in Miramar, Florida. The instability of Depp's early life would leave deep emotional imprints. His parents divorced when he was just 15, a trauma that left him angry and adrift. He later described his childhood as one marked by chaos, with a volatile home environment that shaped his inward, creative nature. His mother later married Robert Palmer, a man Depp would call an inspiration. Music became his first escape. By the age of 12, Depp had received his first guitar and quickly immersed himself in the world of rock and roll. He dropped out of high school at 16 to pursue a career in music, playing in various garage bands, most notably The Kids. The band gained some traction, even opening for acts like Iggy Pop, but commercial success eluded them. In the early 1980s, a trip to Los Angeles changed everything. Though music remained his passion, fate had other plans. After a series of odd jobs, Depp found his way into acting, largely through his then-wife Lori Ann Allison, who introduced him to actor Nicolas Cage. Cage saw potential in the brooding young artist and encouraged him to try acting. In 1984, Depp landed his first film role in Wes Craven's horror classic A Nightmare on Elm Street, playing one of Freddy Krueger's unlucky victims. The role didn't offer much screen time, but it marked the beginning of a journey that would soon reshape the Hollywood landscape. Fame truly hit in 1987 when Depp starred as Officer Tom Hansen in the TV series 21 Jump Street. The show made him a teen idol, but Depp felt trapped by the heartthrob label. He grew disenchanted with the series and pushed for more offbeat roles that would challenge him artistically, rather than appeal to mass commercial tastes. Depp's decision to pursue more eccentric roles led him into a long-standing collaboration with visionary director Tim Burton. Their first film together, Edward Scissorhands, 1990, established Depp as a versatile and fearless actor. His portrayal of a gentle, artificial man with scissors for hands was hauntingly beautiful and deeply human. The performance resonated with audiences and critics alike, and it opened the door to a career filled with imaginative, sometimes bizarre characters. With Burton, Depp would go on to star in several more films, including Ed Wood, Sleepy Hollow, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Corpse Bride, Sweeney Todd, and Dark Shadows. Each role showcased Depp's remarkable ability to transform himself entirely, often disappearing under layers of makeup and eccentricity. In the 1990s, Depp deliberately chose roles that deviated from the mainstream. He starred in films like Benny and June, What's Eating Gilbert Grape, and Donnie Brasco, the latter of which saw him play an undercover FBI agent opposite Al Pacino. These performances demonstrated his depth and range. He could be tender, tragic, intense, and humorous, sometimes all in the same film. Outside of acting, Depp was also developing a reputation for living on the edge. He was known for his relationships with high-profile women, including Winona Ryder, whom he famously tattooed Winona Forever on his arm for, later altered to Wino Forever after their breakup, and model Kate Moss, with whom he had a famously tempestuous relationship. Throughout the 1990s and early 2000s, Depp also gained notoriety for his wild lifestyle, confrontations with paparazzi, and rebellious persona. But despite the headlines, he continued to work, tirelessly becoming one of the most respected actors of his generation. Then, in 2003, his career took an unexpected but lucrative turn with the release of Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. As Captain Jack Sparrow, Depp delivered one of the most iconic performances in film history. The character, loosely inspired by Rolling Stones guitarist Keith Richards and Looney Tunes cartoons, was unlike any swashbuckler audiences had seen before. Flamboyant, cunning, slurring, and somehow charming. The risk paid off. The film was a global success and earned Depp his first Academy Award nomination. Over the next decade, Depp reprised the role of Jack Sparrow in 4 sequels, each a commercial juggernaut. At the height of the franchise's success, Depp became one of the highest-paid actors in the world, reportedly earning over $55 million per film at one point. But the success came at a cost. critics began to question whether Depp had become too reliant on eccentric characters and franchises. His performances in films like The Lone Ranger, Alice in Wonderland, and Mordecai received mixed to negative reviews, suggesting a career beginning to buckle under its own weight. Still, Depp had his moments of brilliance. In Finding Neverland, he played J.M. Barrie with tenderness and emotional depth, earning another Oscar nomination. His turn as Whitey Bulger in Black Mass proved he still had the capacity to terrify and enthrall. But soon, the headlines shifted from films to his tumultuous, personal life. In 2015, Depp married actress Amber Heard, whom he had met on the set of The Rum Diary. The marriage quickly unraveled into a media firestorm. In 2016, Heard filed for divorce and accused Depp of domestic violence. Photos, text messages, and allegations flooded the media, casting a long shadow over Depp's once untouchable image. Depp denied the allegations and claimed he was the victim of abuse. What followed was a series of legal battles that would consume years of his life and career. In 2018, Heard published an op-ed in the Washington Post implying she was a survivor of domestic abuse. Though she never named Depp, the implication was clear. In response, Depp filed a defamation lawsuit against her for $50 million. What followed was one of the most public and polarizing celebrity trials in modern memory. The 2022 courtroom battle became a spectacle, broadcast around the world, dissected on social media, and debated by millions. Depp's team argued that Heard's claims had destroyed his career, causing him to lose roles, most notably his iconic part as Jack Sparrow. Heard's team painted a picture of a volatile, drug-addled man capable of violence. The jury sided largely with Depp, awarding him significant damages and vindicating him in the eyes of many. The verdict sparked renewed interest in his work and ignited conversations about celebrity, media, and the court of public opinion. Though some critics argued the trial exposed disturbing behavior on both sides, Depp emerged with his reputation partially restored. The public seemed eager to welcome him back. After the trial, Depp began a quiet return to the arts. He returned to music, performing with guitarist Jeff Beck and eventually embarking on a European tour. The music, a mix of blues rock and covers, offered Depp an emotional outlet. Around the same time, he began directing again and picked up acting roles in independent films. He made his comeback to the big screen with Jeanne du Barry, in which he portrayed King Louis XV. The film premiered at the Cannes Film Festival, marking a symbolic return to global cinema for Depp. Through it all, Depp has maintained a deep love for the arts and an intense loyalty to his close circle of friends and family. He has 2 children with French singer Vanessa Paradis, his longtime partner before Amber Heard, Lily Rose, a rising actress and model, and Jack, who maintains a more private life. Despite the chaos of his public persona, those closest to him often describe Depp as generous, thoughtful, and deeply sensitive. He has donated millions to children's hospitals, often visits terminally ill children in full Jack Sparrow costume, and uses his fame to support various causes, though rarely for publicity. Johnny Depp's legacy is complex. He has been a hero, a villain, a heartthrob, an outcast, a pirate, and a punchline. He has built a career on defying expectation and embracing contradiction. In many ways, Depp is the ultimate chameleon, not just on screen, but in life. He has lived through immense highs and devastating lows, enduring addiction, scandal, and loss, yet he continues to create. For some, he remains problematic. For others, a symbol of resilience and redemption. What cannot be denied is his impact on cinema, his refusal to conform, and his ability to captivate audiences generation after generation. As he continues to explore his passions in music, film, and art, Johnny Depp remains a figure both celebrated and scrutinized, a man whose life mirrors the very characters he plays. Wounded, whimsical, haunted, and unforgettable.